Day 7, trusting your inner guidance. Receiving thought. This is the communication that's being sent to you today, and you get to receive this and then decide for yourself what resonates for you and what doesn't, because this is all about convincing yourself. When you're convinced of the truth for yourself, the world becomes an entirely new world. Hence why I say you can have, and why I'm a stand for everybody having their best whole new world. So in this broadcast that's coming out live and in person, well, it's live over here, but you're going to get it recorded to you, it is being received by you. And this is what is happening with all the different vibrations that you are receiving. You're receiving them, and some of them you're aware that you're receiving, some of them you're unaware that you're receiving. And allowing yourself to be in check with what you're receiving and how you're processing it is the gift. So today it's about noticing how you manage your inner guidance, depending on how connected you are, how charged you are. Like I used the example just briefly in the last one about your cell phone. When your cell phone's 100% charged, you realize you can carry on these long conversations. You can do it Facebook Live. You can do it recording. You have all kinds of possibilities that are available, that you can catch your moment if you wanted to grab something. Whereas if your cell phone is, at 10% and it's going down, and you go to take even a slight video, sometimes it just poofs and says, sorry, you've used up all the battery power and you're toast. And there are times, whether it's your laptop that you carried that lost its charge or it's your cell phone, that you are all of a sudden, hey, your communication device is not there. Consider that your body is like that too. Your body is like a battery in that sense, that you are being hit by these frequencies. You're receiving all the time. So if you're receiving the good and the positive and the inspirational that keeps you also charged up and keeps you authentically present to the magnificence that's there, then you're like 100% charged. If you get up in the morning and you do your intentions, or you do prayer or grounding, or just like, hey, I'm going to have a great day, or maybe you don't even have time to do that. Maybe you just get right into the thick of things. And then you're like, oh, maybe I need to do my sacred space. Maybe I need to do my yoga. And you feel good after that. And then you start in your day and stuff starts to happen. Well, this is where how charged you are up decides how you are going to be able to handle that situation when you are hit by different frequencies. So if you watched my live stream, or I recorded it, like it's obviously recorded on Facebook automatically, and I posted it. It's a very long story about what happened to me on November 11th, 2011. And that explains how important it is to be 100% charged, okay? And taking in the power so you're able to discern in a moment. So if you consider for a moment, again, checking everything you are, your body is just this vibrational frequency, so it's like a battery. And if it is being hit by tons of text messages or Facebook messages or broadcasts from CNN or anywhere else in the news, it's telling you how awful the world is or how many issues there are. If you're constantly being hit by this, your enthusiasm and your positivity may just start to go, oh yeah, and then it may just be like you start to identify and you go, yeah, I remember when I suffered like that too. And you maybe lend an ear or a hand with somebody else, and you identify and you empathize, not have compassion, you empathize with them, and you take in some of their frequency, and you're like, oh, I'm really sorry, I wish I could help. And you're inviting these energies in, which then are diminishing your battery supply. And hence, you need to be recharged again. So in the world, we've categorized anything that keeps you having issues, stress. Like when I was in my 20s, working corporate, on the outside, again, as people say, oh, you're so successful and everything's great. But I had I had dis-ease or disorder. My back, when I went to the massage therapist, which I did way back in the 20s, she was like, you have golf balls the size of stress in your back. Now I don't have golf balls, right? Like I'm loose. I am, and that isn't because I go to the massage therapist. It's because I'm naturally in alignment with the vibration that gives me presence and presents me with this body. So today, it's about noticing how your energy is. Notice you might just find you go at a certain situation and you go, you know what, I need to have a sleep. So your body's saying, hey, you know what, I need to re-energize. And then the question is, are you going to give it that opportunity to re-energize? Or are you going to say, can't do it right now, right? Because I have these other things to do. Or it's saying you're starting to feel, ooh, I just reacted there. I just reacted from an old pattern. I'll have to deal with that later. Or do you have that opportunity to say, you know what, I just need to take 30 seconds right now and regroup. Whether that is, just for you, it's a breath in, whether it's holding your hands out, whether it's doing like what Nelta was just saying, about rubbing energy, whatever your idea of how to reboot is, you can do that one. Or you can just open up. So all I do is I open up, put my hands up, palms up, ready to receive, and I ask for the divine connection to be fully recharged and rebooted. Okay? I have spent the world previously labeling everything of how this world works, and what I've discovered is keeping it simple is so much easier. Keeping it simple that I just have believed, and then I tested, convinced myself that by this simple little thing of just saying, okay, I'm asking to be divinely connected. I'm asking for help. And yes, for me, there was the conversation. I have lovely Bruno Gruning, that his teachings are so simple, and that's what I have adapted, in that sense of simplicity that has nothing to do with what's out there. It has to do with what's in here. And then I've experienced the energy that comes through Brazzo's gaze, and in that energy, it's like, wow, I know what's real. And what's real is so much more than what any ideas that have been presented in words in this reality. So that is what I want you to experience. I want you to experience in your body what it feels like for your superpower, that you're always so charged that you can defy gravity, you can defy materialism, you can be master over matter. You can realize that the power is in here, that you can transform in every moment. So today is about you recognizing your power levels as you go through the day. Do you see, and are you starting to become aware of when you're more susceptible to other frequencies? Are you recognizing that just simply opening and asking for your inner guidance has really had a benefit over these past few days? Have you been aware and noticing what's working? Have you really consciously said, yeah, I see this. This is really happening. I like the way this is moving, and you're giving it more power. It's like a snowball gathering, going down a hill. It's getting more momentum, and you're like, yes, this is just feeling really good. So today, it's about your energy levels. Understanding as a vibration, are you vibrating in perfect pitch? Are you vibrating sort of off tune? Are you vibrating like, oh my gosh, wow, I really need a break. I really need a break. I really need some de-stress time. I need to chill out. I need to just relax. For me today, one of the things that I took some time, I was just like, I'm feeling like, again, I'm supposed to go spend some time in nature. And it's beautiful with all the autumn colors. And it was a great day, 20 degrees. And it was, again, my dear friends, the buffaloes. Now, they call me at certain times, and they call me when they're out and they're close. And it was great. I went down, and I was essentially doing yoga, like my yoga class is standing outside the fence with the buffalo. And I even heard one little girl came along, and she was visiting with her mom. There was just her and her father too. And she said, gee, Mom, I think that lady down there is exercising with the buffalo. As I was doing all my, lovely yoga stretches and noticing they keep chewing. They keep chewing even though they're not chewing anything. They weren't eating grass. They'd been sitting there for like 15 minutes and they're still, their mouth is chewing. And I'm wondering, what is that about them? And I was noticing, that 75% of them are looking towards the sunlight. And I remember seeing that in Africa. A lot of them, when they were resting, they were still looking towards the sun. And but not all of the buffalo were. So, I was like, I was being aware of them. And then again, I had a great encounter. The one came up, I actually took a picture of him this time right in front of the fence, because we were about as close as I am to the laptop. That's how close I was to his head. And yeah, his horns could have poked through and he could have twisted or anything like that, but it was just this, wow, I love my life. It is so amazing of how many blessings that I have and how many opportunities to release and let go and help others do the same. So today it's about noticing your energy source, noticing how your inner guidance is guiding you, and whether what you feel is your inner guidance is coming from a place of fully charged. Because as much as we have lots of great support and forces out there, we have forces that subtly and sometimes just to have fun, just like a practical joker, are there to act as your little decoys to see if you really believe and have the strength to follow your inner guidance. I look forward to hearing what your ahas are today about your energy levels. And if you haven't yet, let's just think of something positive. Open up. I'm asking for my inner guidance. To clearly communicate with me. In each and every moment, for my highest and best good. And I'm asking to be open to receive this clear communication in each and every moment for my highest and very best good. Thank you. Allow yourself the gift of feeling joy and health and love and wealth in every moment. Trust and believe that this healing vibration that exists is working with your inner guidance, bringing everything into complete harmony for your highest and best good. Have a great day.